Imagine a world where no one has the power to disturb your peace. This is not a far-off dream, but your immediate reality, waiting to be claimed. The secret lies not in controlling others, but in mastering your own consciousness. You see, anger is not thrust upon you by external forces. It is a choice, a reaction born from within. When you feel anger rising, know that you are the operant power. You are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your emotional state. Consider this: the world you perceive is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. Those who anger you are merely playing the part you have assigned them in your mind. They are actors on the stage of your consciousness, reading the script you have written. To never be bothered is to realize that there is no other separate from you. All that you perceive is you pushed out. The angry colleague, the rude stranger, the difficult family member. They are all aspects of yourself, mirroring back to you your own beliefs and expectations. Let us pause and truly absorb this truth. You are not a small being buffeted by the whims of others. You are the dreamer of this dream we call life. You are the author of every experience, every interaction. When you grasp this, you will see that getting angry at another is as absurd as getting angry at your own reflection in a mirror. Would you shake your fist at your image, demanding it change? Of course not. You would simply change your own expression, and the mirror would faithfully reflect that change. So too with the world around you. Change your conception of yourself, and the world must follow suit. This is the law, immutable and eternal. But how, you may ask, do we put this into practice? The key lies in your imagination. Your imagination is the most potent force in the universe. It is the workshop wherein you craft your reality. When someone pushes your buttons, pause. Step back from the situation and enter your imagination. See the scene play out differently. Imagine yourself responding with calm, with understanding, with love. Feel the peace that comes with this new reaction. This is not denial or repression. This is conscious creation. You are actively choosing a new state of being, and as you do so, you are literally rewriting the script of your life. Remember, the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. As you consistently imagine yourself unperturbed, your subconscious will accept this as your new reality. And what the subconscious accepts, it must externalize. You may find at first that this requires effort. Old habits of reaction may try to reassert themselves, but persist. Every time you choose peace over anger, you are strengthening this new pattern in your consciousness. Understand that those who seem to provoke you are not your enemies. They are your greatest teachers. They are showing you the areas where you still hold limiting beliefs about yourself and the world. Each encounter is an opportunity for growth, for expanding your consciousness. Consider this: if you believe the world is a hostile place, full of people waiting to take advantage of you, that is precisely the experience you will have. Your belief will be made flesh, manifest in your reality. But if you know, truly know, that you are the operant power, that all of creation is working for your good, how can anyone possibly anger you? Every person, every situation becomes a blessing, a catalyst for your expansion. This is not to say you become a doormat, accepting mistreatment. Far from it. When you operate from this level of consciousness, you naturally command respect. You don't demand it, you embody it. Your very presence radiates an energy that uplifts those around you. Think of the great spiritual teachers throughout history. Did they rail against those who opposed them? Did they get drawn into petty arguments? No, they stood firm in their knowing, unshaken by the opinions or actions of others. You have this same power within you. It is your divine birthright. Claim it now. Know that you are the master of your emotions, the architect of your experiences. When you find yourself in a situation that would normally provoke anger, pause, take a deep breath. Remember who you truly are. You are not a small, reactive being. You are a divine creator, shaping reality with your consciousness. In that moment of pause, revise the scene in your mind. See it playing out harmoniously. Feel the emotions you would feel if the interaction were peaceful and productive. Hold that feeling, saturate yourself in it. This is not pretense or self-deception. This is the highest form of living. You are actively choosing your state of being rather than reacting unconsciously to external stimuli. As you practice this, you will find that your external reality begins to shift. People who once irritated you will suddenly seem different. You may find them becoming more agreeable, more respectful, or you may find that they simply fade from your experience, replaced by individuals who resonate with your new state of being. Remember, everyone in your world is you pushed out. As you change your conception of yourself, as you embody peace and understanding, the world must rearrange itself to match your new self-concept. This is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. Each day presents new opportunities to choose peace over anger, understanding over judgment. Each interaction is a chance to remember your true nature as the operant power in your reality. You may wonder, but what about injustice in the world? Should we not get angry at wrongdoing? This is a valid question, but consider this. Has anger ever truly solved a problem? Has it ever brought about lasting change? True change, lasting transformation, comes from a place of love and understanding. When you operate from this higher state of consciousness, you become a far more effective force for good in the world. You see, anger clouds judgment. It narrows perspective. When you're angry, you're trapped in a limited view of reality. But when you remain calm, centered in your knowing, you can see the bigger picture. You can respond with wisdom rather than react with emotion. This doesn't mean you become passive in the face of wrongdoing. On the contrary, you become more powerful. Your actions stem from a place of clarity and purpose rather than blind rage or frustration. Think of the great change makers in history, the ones who brought about true, lasting transformation. They didn't operate from anger, but from a deep, unshakable conviction in the power of love and truth. As you practice this new way of being, you'll find that your influence on the world grows. People will be naturally drawn to your peace, your unshakable calm. You become a living example of what's possible, inspiring others to rise above reactivity and choose a higher way of being. Remember, the world is not happening to you, it's responding to you. Every person you encounter, every situation you face is a reflection of your own consciousness. When you no longer get angry or bothered, it's not because the world has changed, but because you have changed your perception of the world. This shift in perception is the key to personal freedom. No longer are you at the mercy of others' actions or words. You stand sovereign in your own consciousness, choosing your reactions, sculpting your experience of reality. Imagine moving through life with this level of inner peace. Imagine facing every situation, no matter how challenging, with calm assurance. This is not just a pleasant fantasy, but your birthright as a conscious creator. But let's be clear, this is not about suppressing emotions or denying reality. It's about transcending the old patterns of reactivity and stepping into your power as the author of your life story. When you feel the old anger rising, welcome it. Observe it. But don't identify with it. See it as a signal, a reminder to shift your perception. In that moment, you have a choice. You can fall into the old pattern, or you can choose again. You can remember the truth of who you are. This practice requires vigilance, especially at first. The old habits of reaction will try to reassert themselves. The world may seem to test your new resolve, but stand firm in your knowing. Each time you choose peace over anger, You are strengthening this new pattern in your consciousness. As you persist in this practice, you'll find that it becomes easier. What once required conscious effort becomes your natural state of being. You'll find yourself responding to life's challenges with grace and ease, unruffled by the storms that once would have thrown you off balance. This is not about becoming emotionless or detached. On the contrary, you'll find that you become more fully alive, more deeply engaged with life. You'll experience a richness of emotion, a depth of experience that was impossible when you were caught in cycles of anger and reaction. You see, anger narrows our perspective. It locks us into a limited view of reality. But when we free ourselves from the grip of anger, we open ourselves to the full spectrum of life's experiences. We become more empathetic, more understanding, more connected to those around us. This shift in consciousness has far-reaching effects. As you move through the world unbothered by the actions of others, you become a calming influence. Your peace ripples out, touching everyone you encounter. You become a living demonstration of what's possible when we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. Remember, this practice is not about achieving some perfect state where you never feel negative emotions. It's about developing the ability to choose your response in any given moment. It's about reclaiming your power as the creator of your experience. There will be times when you falter, when the old patterns resurface. When this happens, be gentle with yourself. Don't judge or criticize. Simply observe, acknowledge, and choose again. Each moment is a new opportunity to remember the truth of who you are. As you continue this practice, you'll find that your entire experience of life transforms. Situations that once would have provoked anger now become opportunities for growth and understanding. People who once irritated you become your greatest teachers. You'll begin to see the divine in everyone you encounter, recognizing that they too are on their own journey of awakening. This recognition naturally gives rise to compassion, to a deep sense of connection with all of life. This state of being is your natural inheritance. It is who you truly are beneath the layers of conditioning and false beliefs. As you strip away these layers, as you consistently choose peace over anger, you are revealing your true self. Imagine moving through your days with unshakable inner peace. Imagine facing every interaction, every challenge with calm assurance. This is not just a pleasant fantasy, but your birthright as a conscious creator. But let's be clear, this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, a continuous unfolding. Each day presents new opportunities to practice, to choose again, to remember the truth of who you are. As you persist in this practice, you'll find that your entire experience of life shifts. The world around you will seem to change, to become more harmonious, more aligned with your inner state. But remember, it's not the world that has changed, but your perception of it. This shift in perception is the key to personal freedom. No longer are you at the mercy of others' actions or words. You stand sovereign in your own consciousness, choosing your reactions, sculpting your experience of reality. But what about those times when anger seems justified? What about when we witness injustice or cruelty? Remember, choosing not to get angry doesn't mean becoming passive or accepting of wrongdoing. It means responding from a place of clarity and wisdom rather than blind emotion. When you're not caught up in anger, you can see situations more clearly. You can respond more effectively. Your actions come from a place of love and understanding rather than rage or vengeance. And paradoxically, this makes you a far more powerful force for change in the world. I think of the great spiritual leaders and social reformers throughout history. They didn't effect change through anger, but through an unshakable commitment to love and truth. They demonstrated the transformative power of remaining steadfast in one's highest principles, even in the face of opposition or injustice. As you cultivate this state of inner peace, you too become a powerful force for good in the world. Your very presence becomes a reminder to others of their own divine nature. You become a living example of what's possible when we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. Remember, everyone you encounter is you pushed out. They are playing the role you have assigned them in your consciousness. If you find yourself repeatedly encountering angry or difficult people, look within. What beliefs are you holding about yourself and the world that are being reflected back to you? This is where the real work lies. It's not about changing others, but about changing your own consciousness. As you shift your inner state, as you cultivate peace and understanding within yourself, you'll find that the world around you naturally begins to reflect this new state of being. This doesn't mean that challenging situations will never arise, but it does mean that you'll be able to face these situations from a place of centered calm rather than reactivity. You'll be able to respond with wisdom and compassion rather than lash out in anger. Imagine how this could transform your relationships. Imagine how it could impact your work life, your family dynamics, your interactions with strangers. When you're no longer triggered by the words or actions of others, you become free to engage with life fully, openly, without the armor of defensiveness or the weight of resentment. This state of being is your natural inheritance. It is who you truly are beneath the layers of conditioning and false beliefs. As you strip away these layers, as you consistently choose peace over anger, you are revealing your true self. But remember, this is not about suppressing emotions or denying reality. It's about transcending the old patterns of reactivity and stepping into your power as the author of your life story. It's about recognizing that you have a choice in every moment, a choice to react unconsciously or to respond consciously. As you practice this new way of being, you'll find that life becomes less of a struggle and more of a dance. You'll move through your days with a sense of ease and flow, unruffled by the storms that once would have thrown you off balance. You'll find that your relationships deepen and become more authentic. When you're not caught up in anger or defensiveness, you're free to truly listen, to truly connect. You become more empathetic, more understanding, more compassionate. This shift in consciousness has far-reaching effects. As you move through the world unbothered by the actions of others, you become a calming influence. Your peace ripples out, touching everyone you encounter. You become a living demonstration of what's possible when we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. Remember, this practice is not about achieving some perfect state where you never feel negative emotions. It's about developing the ability to choose your response in any given moment. It's about reclaiming your power as the creator of your experience. There will be times when you falter, when the old patterns resurface. When this happens, be gentle with yourself. Don't judge or criticize. Simply observe, acknowledge, and choose again. Each moment is a new opportunity to remember the truth of who you are. As you continue this practice, you'll find that your entire experience of life transforms. Situations that once would have provoked anger now become opportunities for growth and understanding. People who once irritated you become your greatest teachers. You'll begin to see the divine in everyone you encounter, recognizing that they too are on their own journey of awakening. This recognition naturally gives rise to compassion, to a deep sense of connection with all of life. This state of being is your natural inheritance. It is who you truly are beneath the layers of conditioning and false beliefs. As you strip away these layers, as you consistently choose peace over anger, you are revealing your true self. Imagine moving through your days with unshakable inner peace. Imagine facing every interaction, every challenge with calm assurance. This is not just a pleasant fantasy, but your birthright as a conscious creator. But let's be clear, this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, a continuous unfolding. Each day presents new opportunities to practice, to choose again, to remember the truth of who you are. As you persist in this practice, you'll find that your entire experience of life shifts. The world around you will seem to change, to become more harmonious, more aligned with your inner state. But remember, it's not the world that has changed, but your perception of it. This shift in perception is the key to personal freedom. No longer are you at the mercy of others' actions or words. You stand sovereign in your own consciousness, choosing your reactions, sculpting your experience of reality. But what about those times when anger seems justified? What about when we witness injustice or cruelty? Remember, choosing not to get angry doesn't mean becoming passive or accepting of wrongdoing. It means responding from a place of clarity and wisdom rather than blind emotion. When you're not caught up in anger, you can see situations more clearly. You can respond more effectively. Your actions come from a place of love and understanding rather than rage or vengeance. And paradoxically, this makes you a far more powerful force for change in the world. Think of the great spiritual leaders and social reformers throughout history. They didn't effect change through anger, but through an unshakable commitment to love and truth. They demonstrated the transformative power of remaining steadfast in one's highest principles, even in the face of opposition or injustice. As you cultivate this state of inner peace, you too become a powerful force for good in the world. Your very presence becomes a reminder to others of their own divine nature. You become a living example of what's possible when we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. Remember, everyone you encounter is you pushed out. They are playing the role you have assigned them in your consciousness. If you find yourself repeatedly encountering angry or difficult people, look within. What beliefs are you holding about yourself and the world that are being reflected back to you? This is where the real work lies. It's not about changing others, but about changing your own consciousness. As you shift your inner state, you'll find that the world around you naturally begins to reflect this new state of being. This doesn't mean challenging situations won't arise, but you'll face them from a place of centered calm rather than reactivity, responding with wisdom and compassion. Imagine how this could transform your relationships, work-life, family dynamics, and interactions with strangers. When you're no longer triggered by others' words or actions, you're free to engage with life fully, without defensiveness or resentment. This state of being is your natural inheritance, who you truly are beneath layers of conditioning and false beliefs. As you strip away these layers, consistently choosing peace over anger, you reveal your true self. Remember, this isn't about suppressing emotions or denying reality. It's about transcending old patterns of reactivity and stepping into your power as the author of your life story. It's recognizing that in every moment you have a choice to react unconsciously or respond consciously. As you practice this new way of being, life becomes less of a struggle and more of a dance. You'll move through your days with ease and flow, unruffled by storms that once would have thrown you off balance. Your relationships will deepen and become more authentic. When you're not caught up in anger or defensiveness, you're free to truly listen and connect. You become more empathetic, understanding, and compassionate. This shift in consciousness has far-reaching effects. As you move through the world, unbothered by others' actions, you become a calming influence. Your peace ripples out, touching everyone you encounter. You become a living demonstration of what's possible when we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. This practice isn't about achieving a perfect state where you never feel negative emotions. It's about developing the ability to choose your response in any given moment, reclaiming your power as the creator of your experience. There will be times when you falter, when old patterns resurface. When this happens, be gentle with yourself. Don't judge or criticize. Simply observe, acknowledge, and choose again. Each moment is a new opportunity to remember the truth of who you are. As you continue this practice, your entire experience of life transforms. Situations that once provoked anger become opportunities for growth and understanding. People who once irritated you become your greatest teachers. You'll begin to see the divine in everyone you encounter, recognize that they too are on their journey of awakening. This recognition naturally gives rise to compassion and a deep sense of connection with all of life. Imagine moving through your days with unshakable inner peace, facing every interaction and challenge with calm assurance. This is not just a pleasant fantasy, but your birthright as a conscious creator. This transformation is a journey, a continuous unfolding. Each day presents new opportunities to practice, to choose again, to remember the truth of who you are. As you persist, your entire experience of life shifts. The world around you will seem to change, becoming more harmonious and aligned with your inner state. But remember, it's not the world that has changed, but your perception of it. This shift in perception is the key to personal freedom. No longer at the mercy of others' actions or words. You stand sovereign in your own consciousness, choosing your reactions and sculpting your experience of reality. When anger seems justified in the face of injustice or cruelty, remember, choosing not to get angry doesn't mean becoming passive or accepting of wrongdoing. It means responding from a place of clarity and wisdom rather than blind emotion. When you're not caught up in anger, you see situations more clearly and respond more effectively. Your actions come from a place of love and understanding rather than rage or vengeance. Paradoxically, this makes you a far more powerful force for change in the world. Think of the great spiritual leaders and social reformers throughout history. They didn't effect change through anger, but through an unshakable commitment to love and truth. They demonstrated the transformative power of remaining steadfast in one's highest principles, even in the face of opposition or injustice. As you cultivate this state of inner peace, you too become a powerful force for good in the world. Your very presence becomes a reminder to others of their own divine nature. You become a living example of what's possible when we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. Remember, everyone you encounter is you pushed out, playing the role you've assigned them in your consciousness. If you find yourself repeatedly encountering angry or difficult people, look within. What beliefs are you holding about yourself and the world that are being reflected back to you? This is where the real work lies. It's not about changing others, but about changing your own consciousness. As you shift your inner state, the world around you naturally begins to reflect this new state of being. In conclusion, the path to never getting angry or bothered by anyone lies within you. It's a journey of self-discovery, of remembering your true nature as the creator of your reality. As you practice this, you'll find that not only do you become free from the tyranny of anger, but you also become a beacon of peace and understanding in the world. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice, to choose love over fear, understanding over judgment. And as you do this, you'll find that your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. You become the living embodiment of peace, radiating calm and understanding to all you encounter. This is your birthright, your true nature. Claim it now. Choose peace in every moment. Watch as your world transforms, not because others have changed, but because you have remembered who you truly are. You are the operant power, the creator of your reality. In this knowing lies your freedom, your peace, and your power to create a life beyond your wildest dreams.
Warning. What if I told you that in just 1 hour you could shift your reality? A simple technique that can transform your mindset, unlock your desires, and start working instantly. No complicated steps, no gimmicks. This isn't a myth. This is real. Neville Goddard, one of the most profound teachers of manifestation, left behind powerful secrets about the law of assumption and the power of imagination. But there's one method in particular that most people overlook. And today, you're going to learn it. In this video, I'll show you a step-by-step technique Neville Goddard taught that has helped thousands create their dream life, and the best part, it works within 1 hour if done correctly. Stay with me till the end, because you're about to discover something that could change how you see your world forever. Welcome to Limitless Mindset, your go-to place for unlocking the potential of your mind. If you're ready to transform your life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's get started. Before we talk about the life-changing technique, let's take a moment to understand the man behind it, Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard wasn't just another self-help teacher. He was a visionary, a mystic, and a pioneer of the mind's untapped power. Born in 1905, Neville dedicated his life to uncovering how imagination shapes reality. Unlike many others of his time, he didn't just preach theories, he gave practical methods that anyone could use to manifest their desires. At the core of his teachings lies a profound concept, the law of assumption. This law suggests that what you assume to be true, whether it's about your life, your abilities, or your circumstances, will eventually become your reality. Neville believed that your imagination is not just fantasy, it's a powerful tool capable of bending reality in your favor. Thousands of people have transformed their lives by following his methods, yet his teachings remain lesser known compared to modern manifestation gurus. Neville's focus was clear: assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and reality will shift to match it. Understanding his work is essential, because the method we're about to share comes directly from his teachings. It's simple, practical, and works fast if you commit to it. Before we dive into the steps, let's talk about the technique Neville Goddard shared, one that works within an hour when done with focus and belief. Neville called this method the state akin to sleep, or SATS for short. It's a simple but powerful practice where you use the edge of sleep to reprogram your mind and manifest your desires. Why does it work? Because when you're deeply relaxed, your subconscious mind is most open to new ideas and suggestions. Here's how you do it. 1. Find a quiet place, sit or lie down somewhere comfortable. Eliminate distractions. Close your eyes and let your body relax completely. 2. Relax into drowsiness. Get to a state where you're not fully awake, but not completely asleep either. It's that peaceful, dreamy feeling you get right before drifting off. Your body is relaxed, but your mind is still aware. 3. Create the scene in your mind. Imagine a single scene that represents your desire as already fulfilled. Keep it short and vivid. For example, if you want success in your career, imagine a colleague congratulating you or holding the award you desire. 4. Feel the emotion. This is the most important part. Neville said, the feeling is the secret. Don't just see the scene, feel it. Feel the excitement, the gratitude, the joy as if it's happening right now. Let that emotion flow through your entire being. 5. Repeat and believe. Stay in that scene for as long as possible. Let it loop naturally in your mind and allow the emotions to deepen. When done properly, this technique impresses your subconscious mind with the reality of your desire. And because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, it begins to make your imagined outcome real. Remember, you only need one clear scene and the right feeling to make this work. It's simple, but it requires focus and belief. Before we dive deeper, let's understand how and why this technique works. Neville Goddard's method isn't magic. It's rooted in the power of the subconscious mind and the role of imagination in shaping our reality. Here's the truth: your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between something real and something vividly imagined. When you picture a scene with strong emotion and belief, your subconscious accepts it as true. It begins working behind the scenes, influencing your thoughts, actions, and even external events to bring that imagined reality to life. Neville often said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Why? Because your feelings create your assumptions, and your assumptions create your reality. The moment you assume something to be true, when you feel it, believe it, and live in that state, it starts to manifest in your physical world. Think about this: athletes visualize winning before they step onto the field. Why? because imagining success triggers the same neural pathways in the brain as actually experiencing it. Science backs this up. Your brain doesn't know if the victory is imagined or real. It responds the same way. The state akin to sleep technique works because it uses the edge of sleep to bypass your critical, conscious mind, the part that doubts and questions everything. When you relax into drowsiness, the subconscious opens up, like fertile soil ready to accept a seed. That seed is the scene you imagine, along with the feelings of it already being true. Over time, or sometimes in just 1 hour, your mind starts aligning with this new belief. You act differently, think differently, and attract opportunities that match your new assumption. It's not wishful thinking. It's the science of focus, belief, and imagination working together to create results. Neville understood that your imagination isn't just a tool, it's the foundation of your life. What you imagine, you become. What you assume, you manifest. Before we break it down step by step, let's focus on one thing. This technique is simple, and if you commit to it, you can feel the change in just 1 hour. Neville Goddard's method isn't complicated. It's about focus, belief, and consistency. Here's how you can apply it immediately. Step 1, find a quiet and comfortable space. Choose a spot where you won't be disturbed. Sit or lie down comfortably and let your body relax. Turn off any distractions like your phone or TV. The goal is to create a peaceful environment that allows you to focus inward. Step 2, enter the state akin to sleep. Close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Allow your body to relax completely. The aim is to reach that calm, drowsy state where you're not fully asleep, but not fully awake. This state is powerful because your subconscious mind becomes more receptive. Step 3, imagine a scene that fulfills your desire. Pick one clear scene that represents your goal as already achieved. Make it short and specific. For example, if you want financial success, imagine someone telling you, "Congratulations, you got the promotion." Or visualizing yourself holding a bank statement showing the amount you desire. Step 4, feel the emotion of it being real. This is where the magic happens. Don't just see the scene, feel it. Feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude as if it's happening right now. Let those emotions flood through you. Neville emphasized, feeling is the secret. The stronger the emotion, the deeper the impression on your subconscious mind. Step 5, stay in the scene and let it loop. Stay with the scene. Let it play over and over in your mind naturally, like a short movie clip. Keep feeling the emotions until you drift off to sleep or come back to awareness. If you remain relaxed and focused, you'll notice a shift in your mindset almost immediately. This entire process takes just 1 hour, and that's all you need to plant the seed in your subconscious mind. When done correctly, the results can surprise you. Your thoughts, actions, and even external circumstances will begin aligning with the reality you imagined. Before we talk about how you can fully apply this in your life, let's look at a success story that proves just how powerful Neville Goddard's technique can be. One of Neville's most famous examples comes from a man who desperately wanted to reunite with his family after years of separation. He had no clear path to make it happen, but he decided to apply Neville's method. Each night as he lay in bed, he entered the state akin to sleep and imagined himself already home. He pictured sitting at the dinner table, hearing his family's voices, and feeling the joy of being surrounded by his loved ones. He didn't question how it would happen. He simply focused on the feeling of his wish already fulfilled. Within a short time, seemingly impossible circumstances shifted. An opportunity came out of nowhere, and he found himself on his way back home. What seemed unattainable became real because he assumed it was true in his imagination. Another story involves a woman who dreamed of financial freedom but was drowning in debt. Every night she imagined holding a bank statement with a balance that represented her goal. She didn't let doubt creep in. She focused on feeling the relief and excitement as if it had already happened. Soon after, she received unexpected opportunities, a new job offer, a promotion, and even a forgotten refund check. The exact amount she visualized appeared in her account within weeks. These examples, though simple, show the incredible power of assuming your wish fulfilled. By combining imagination and emotion, these individuals reprogrammed their subconscious minds and changed their realities. Stories like these aren't just isolated events. Thousands of people across the world have applied Neville Goddard's techniques to manifest better health, wealth, relationships, and success. What might seem like coincidence is, in truth, the result of focused imagination and unwavering belief. Now that you know this powerful technique, remember your imagination is the key to changing your reality. Neville Goddard's method is simple, yet incredibly effective when applied with focus and belief. It only takes 1 hour to start seeing a shift, and the results can be life-changing. I encourage you to try it tonight. Find that quiet space, imagine your wish fulfilled, and most importantly, feel it as if it's already true. Then watch how your world begins to align with your desires. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, Limitless Mindset, for more content that unlocks the power of your mind. Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your results. Remember, everything you want is already within you. Believe it, feel it, and it will be yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Imagine this: you have a dream so big, so vivid, but the world around you tells you it's impossible. Friends, family, even strangers doubt your every move. What if I told you that your reality doesn't depend on their approval? In fact, it doesn't even rely on what's happening in the world around you. It only depends on you and the power of your own mind. Welcome to a deep dive into one of the most profound and life-changing teachings from Neville Goddard, a man whose ideas can change everything you know about manifesting your desires. In this video, you will learn how to embrace your imagination and harness it to shape the life you've always wanted, even if the odds are stacked against you. We'll uncover why your thoughts are more powerful than you realize, and how, even when everyone seems to be against you, there's a way to stay on track and manifest your dreams with unshakable confidence. But here's the catch: most people miss the key element that makes Neville's teaching so powerful. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about feeling the wish fulfilled as if it's already here. Stay with me until the end, and you'll uncover a technique that can make all the difference in manifesting your reality. Trust me, you'll be amazed at how simple it is to turn your dreams into your new reality. Welcome to our channel, Limitless Mindset, where we dive into the extraordinary power of the mind. If you're ready to tap into your potential and unlock the life you deserve, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Before we talk about how you can start manifesting your desires, let's first understand the foundation of Neville Goddard's teachings. At the heart of his philosophy is something called the law of assumption. Simply put, this law suggests that whatever you assume to be true becomes true. Sounds too simple, right? But when you truly grasp the power of assumption, you realize it's the key to shaping your reality. Goddard believed that everything begins with consciousness. What you perceive in your mind is what you create in your world. He said that the outer world is simply a reflection of your inner thoughts and beliefs. If you believe something is impossible, then your experience will mirror that belief. But if you assume something is already yours, your reality will shift accordingly. He emphasized that consciousness, not physical circumstances, is the only real thing. The material world is just an extension of the mind. When you change your thoughts, your external world must follow. This is where the power of assumption really comes into play. It's about feeling as if what you desire has already been achieved. Most people spend their time focusing on what they can see, touch, or hear. But Goddard taught that the key to transforming your life lies in what's going on inside your mind. The world outside will always reflect your inner state. So, if you can change your mindset and assumptions, you can change everything. This isn't just positive thinking, it's about fully assuming the outcome you desire. When you do this, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of your desire, drawing it into your life in ways you may not even understand yet. It's not magic, it's a shift in consciousness. And it all starts with you. Before we talk about how to manifest even when the world seems to be against you, let's first address a harsh reality. Facing opposition is part of the journey. When you start to pursue your dreams, you'll encounter doubt from others. People will question your vision, criticize your actions, and tell you that it's impossible. But this is exactly where Neville Goddard's teachings become powerful. Goddard suggested that the key to manifesting your desires, even in the face of opposition, lies in your ability to maintain a steadfast belief in your desired outcome. It doesn't matter what others say or how difficult things get. What matters is your unwavering confidence in the assumption that your desires are already on their way to you. He called this approach brazen impudence. What he meant by this was having a bold, unapologetic belief in your assumptions, no matter how things appear on the outside. Imagine walking into a room full of people telling you it's impossible, yet you stand there with the confidence of someone who already has what they want. You don't bend to the opinions or doubts of others. You remain firm in your belief, because you know that your inner reality is shaping the outer one. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that obstacles don't exist. It means staying true to the vision of your desire. Even if you're surrounded by negativity or opposition, Goddard's message is clear: what you assume, you create. The world will reflect your belief, but only if you hold firm to it. It doesn't matter how many people are against you or how many setbacks you face. If you remain confident, believing your desire is already fulfilled, the world will eventually bend to your will. That's the power of brazen impudence, the ability to trust in your assumptions and keep moving forward, regardless of the external challenges. Before we talk about how you can use specific techniques to start manifesting your desires, let's dive into 3 powerful exercises that Neville Goddard recommended to help you tap into your imagination and align your inner state with your goals. The first technique is the ladder technique. Before you fall asleep at night, close your eyes and imagine yourself climbing a ladder. This may sound simple, but it's a brilliant exercise that demonstrates the power of imagination. Visualize each step in vivid detail, how the rungs feel beneath your hands, the movement of your body, and the satisfaction of reaching the top. As you do this, you are training your mind to believe that the things you imagine are just as real as the world around you. By immersing yourself in this imagery, you begin to condition your subconscious mind to accept this reality, and soon enough, you'll begin to notice how it starts to shape your actual experiences. The second technique is the eavesdropping technique. In this exercise, you imagine overhearing a conversation where people are discussing your success. Picture them talking about how you achieved your dreams, the steps you took, and how impressed they are by your progress. This method helps you internalize the feeling of the wish fulfilled, which is the essence of manifestation. It shifts your focus from wishing for something to already feeling as though it's a part of your reality. This exercise is powerful because it not only aligns you with the feeling of success, but it also reinforces the belief that your desires are already in motion. Finally, we have the revision technique. This technique is all about changing the past in your mind to align with the future you want to create. It may sound strange, but by mentally revising past events, you can alter how you perceive them, and as a result, change how they influence your present and future. If something in your past has caused negative emotions or limiting beliefs, mentally revise it. Picture the event unfolding in a way that supports your desired outcome, and in doing so, you free yourself from the past's hold. This act of revision creates a new memory and ultimately a new reality. When you change how you see the past, you change the way you interact with the present, and that shapes your future. These techniques are not just exercises, they're methods that help you strengthen your assumption, align your inner state with your desires, and start manifesting the life you want. Before we talk about how to overcome negative manifestations, let's first address an important reality. Negative thoughts can be a powerful force that hinders your ability to manifest your desires. It's easy to get caught up in fear, doubt, and uncertainty, but Neville Goddard stressed that these negative thoughts are the very things that block the flow of your manifestations. Goddard believed that what you focus on, you attract. So when you entertain negative thoughts, you are, in essence, inviting more of what you don't want into your life. If you constantly worry about failure or dwell on obstacles, you are subconsciously aligning with those outcomes, and they become your reality. It's a cycle that keeps repeating itself until you break the pattern. That's why Goddard emphasized the importance of focusing on positive assumptions and feelings. He taught that instead of obsessing over what could go wrong, you should assume that everything is working in your favor. The key is to shift your attention to what you want, not what you fear. By doing so, you reprogram your subconscious mind and create a new reality that aligns with your desires. This doesn't mean you should ignore reality or pretend that challenges don't exist. It simply means that you choose to focus on the positive aspects of your situation, assuming that the outcome you want is already on its way. You must train your mind to believe that your desires are inevitable, and in doing so, you stop attracting the negativity that once held you back. Goddard also taught that feelings are crucial in the manifestation process. It's not enough to simply think positively. You need to feel the emotions of your desired outcome as if it has already happened. When you align your thoughts and feelings with your desires, you create a powerful vibration that attracts those outcomes into your life. By focusing on positive assumptions and feelings, you break free from the cycle of negative manifestation. You begin to see the world through the lens of possibility, and in doing so, you invite more of what you truly want into your reality. In conclusion, by embracing Neville Goddard's powerful principles and techniques, you can begin to manifest your deepest desires, no matter how much opposition you face. The key is unwavering belief and fully assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as if it's already yours. When you align your thoughts and emotions with your desired reality, you unlock the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and share it with anyone who could benefit from these life-changing teachings. And make sure to subscribe to our channel, Limitless Mindset, for more videos on how to tap into your true potential and transform your life. Thanks for watching. What if I told you that everything you've ever dreamed of, wealth, success, and a life of abundance, can become your reality with just the power of your mind? It might sound like magic, but it's not. This is the transformative power of visualization, a practice that has changed countless lives and can change yours too. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets behind the law of assumption, a profound concept taught by Neville Goddard, one of the most influential spiritual teachers of all time. Neville's teachings go beyond the surface of positive thinking. They reveal a step-by-step process to manifest anything you desire by simply assuming it's already yours. Stay with us, because we'll not only explain the fascinating psychology behind this law, but also show you exactly how to use it in your life. From understanding why the mind struggles to distinguish between reality and imagination, to learning how to shift your mindset into wealth consciousness, this video will empower you to take control of your destiny. We'll also share lesser-known insights from Neville's teachings that could be the missing link in your journey to financial freedom. Whether you're new to the law of assumption or looking for deeper clarity, this is your guide to turning your visualizations into reality. Vision. Welcome to Limitless Mindset, the channel where we explore the untapped potential of your mind to create the life you deserve. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of manifestation and transform your life, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's dive into the incredible power of visualization, and how it can help you achieve wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before we talk about how to manifest wealth, let's first understand the foundation of this process, the law of assumption. This concept is both simple and profound. It is the belief that assuming a desired state as true, deep in your mind and emotions, will bring that state into your reality. In essence, what you believe and feel to be true becomes your experience. The law of assumption works on the principle that your subconscious mind is the creator of your reality. It does not judge or analyze, it simply accepts what you feed it. When you assume a particular state, whether it's wealth, success, or happiness, your subconscious mind begins to align your external circumstances to match this assumption. This is why changing your inner world is the key to changing your outer world. Neville Goddard, a pioneer of this teaching, explained that imagination is the most powerful tool we have. He believed that everything you experience in life is a result of your imagination. According to Neville, you must imagine the fulfillment of your desire as if it has already happened. It's not enough to think about what you want. You must feel it deeply. The emotions of joy, gratitude, and satisfaction are the triggers that activate the law of assumption. Neville often emphasized the importance of living in the end. This means that instead of hoping for your desires to come true, you act and feel as though they already have. For example, if you desire wealth, visualize yourself living a wealthy life. See the details, hear the sounds, and most importantly, feel the emotions. Your imagination must be so vivid and convincing that it becomes your new reality internally. This process might seem abstract, but it is grounded in the way the mind works. The subconscious cannot differentiate between real events and vividly imagined ones. When you persist in assuming and feeling the state you desire, your subconscious begins to reshape your actions, decisions, and circumstances to bring that desire into existence. This is where the magic of the law of assumption truly lies. Before we talk about applying the law of assumption, it's essential to understand one of its most powerful tools, visualization. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of a desired outcome, allowing these images to influence your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately your reality. It's more than daydreaming, it's a deliberate and focused process designed to reshape your inner world. When it comes to manifesting desires, especially wealth, visualization plays a central role. By imagining yourself in a state of financial abundance, you begin to shift your mindset and energy. This shift isn't just motivational, it's transformational. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You approach challenges with confidence instead of fear. Your mental imagery becomes the blueprint for the reality your subconscious mind starts working to create. The psychological basis of visualization is fascinating. Studies have shown that the brain cannot distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. For instance, when you visualize yourself achieving a goal, the same neural pathways are activated, as if you were actually experiencing it. This creates a mental rehearsal that conditions your brain to believe the imagined scenario is possible, even inevitable. This phenomenon is why athletes, performers, and successful individuals often use visualization to prepare for success. For example, a runner might visualize crossing the finish line first, feeling the wind, hearing the cheers, and experiencing the rush of victory. This process programs the mind for success, increasing their confidence and focus in the real event. In the context of wealth, visualization allows you to align with the energy of abundance. Picture yourself living the life you desire, whether it's a beautiful home, financial freedom, or helping others through your wealth. Imagine it in detail. What does the space look like? What emotions do you feel? The more real the visualization, the stronger its impact on your subconscious mind. This practice is not just about creating positive feelings. It's about convincing your mind that the wealth you desire is already yours. When done consistently, visualization begins to reshape your beliefs, habits, and actions to match this internal reality. In this way, visualization becomes a bridge between your dreams and the life you're building. Before we talk about how to make your visualizations truly effective, it's important to understand the synergy between visualization and the law of assumption. Each of these practices is powerful on its own, but when combined, they create a force that can transform your reality. Visualization gives your mind a clear image of what you desire, while the law of assumption adds the emotional and mental alignment necessary to make it real. The process begins with clarity. You need to clearly define your financial goals. Think about what wealth means to you. Is it a certain amount of money in your account? Is it the freedom to travel, invest, or support loved ones? Be specific. Without a clear goal, your mind has no target to aim for, and the process becomes scattered. Once your goals are defined, bring them to life through visualization. Close your eyes and create a vivid mental picture of your life after achieving these goals. See the details, the environment, the people, the experiences. What does your daily life look like? Engage all your senses. Hear the conversations you would have. Feel the texture of the things around you, and immerse yourself fully in this imagined reality. But visualization is not enough by itself. This is where the law of assumption comes in. While visualizing, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Don't just imagine wealth. Feel what it's like to already be wealthy. Experience the relief, joy, and gratitude that come with financial freedom. This emotional state is what communicates to your subconscious that the desired reality is already true. The key is consistency. Maintaining this assumption is critical. It's not about pretending or forcing yourself to believe. Instead, it's about gently guiding your mind back to this feeling every time doubt or negativity arises. Revisit your visualization often, especially during quiet moments like before sleep or right after waking up, when your mind is most receptive. By combining the vivid imagery of visualization with the emotional alignment of the law of assumption, you create a powerful mental and emotional blueprint. This blueprint influences your thoughts, behaviors, and even the opportunities that come your way, paving the path for your financial goals to materialize. Before we talk about the results of manifesting wealth, let's focus on the practical steps you can take to make this process work in your life. Manifestation isn't just about thinking positively or wishing for change. It's about taking intentional, consistent actions that align your mind, emotions, and energy with your financial goals. The first step is to set clear financial intentions. Be specific about what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," define the exact amount of money you want to have, the lifestyle you wish to live, or the financial milestones you want to reach. Clarity provides direction and gives your subconscious mind a clear goal to focus on. Once your intentions are set, daily visualization practices become essential. Start with meditation to calm and focus your mind. Find a quiet place where you can close your eyes and visualize your financial goals vividly. Imagine your bank account showing the exact balance you desire. See yourself living in the home you've always dreamed of, or driving the car you want. Feel the emotions of joy and gratitude as if these goals are already part of your life. Vision boards are another powerful tool to reinforce your visualization. Gather images, words, and symbols that represent your wealth goals and create a visual collage. Place this board where you can see it daily, and spend a few moments each day focusing on it. This keeps your intentions fresh and strengthens your mental alignment. Affirmations are also vital for reprogramming your beliefs. Use positive, present tense statements like, I am financially free, or I attract wealth effortlessly. Repeat these affirmations during your visualization sessions or throughout your day to reinforce your belief in your financial abundance. Gratitude is the final step in aligning with abundance. Take time every day to express thanks for the wealth you already have, no matter how small it may seem. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, opening your mind and emotions to receive even more. By integrating these practical steps into your daily life, you create a routine that strengthens your belief in wealth, aligns your energy with abundance, and directs your actions toward achieving your financial goals. Before we talk about the rewards of manifesting wealth, it's important to recognize some common pitfalls that can derail the process. Manifestation, especially when applying the law of assumption, requires patience, belief, and focus. Understanding these challenges and knowing how to overcome them is key to staying on track. One of the most common mistakes is doubting the process. It's natural for skepticism to creep in, especially when you don't see immediate results. This doubt can weaken your efforts and send conflicting messages to your subconscious mind. The key is to remind yourself that the process works in its own time. Trust that the seeds you are planting through visualization and assumption will eventually grow. Another pitfall is impatience. Many people start with excitement, but quickly lose faith when results don't show up as quickly as they hoped. Manifestation is not a quick fix. It's a transformation of your inner world that gradually reflects in your outer reality. To counter impatience, focus on the small shifts you notice. Celebrate every step forward, no matter how minor it may seem. And remember that persistence always pays off. Focusing on your current undesirable reality is another trap that can block progress. It's easy to get caught up in what you see around you, financial struggles, bills piling up, or a lack of opportunities. However, dwelling on these circumstances reinforces them in your subconscious. Instead, shift your attention to the reality you're creating. Use your visualization and affirmations to stay anchored in the state of abundance, to maintain faith and persistence. Build habits that support your journey. Create a routine of daily visualization and affirmations, and surround yourself with reminders of your goals like a vision board or inspirational quotes. Journaling can also help you track your progress and reinforce your belief in the process. When doubt or impatience arises, take a moment to pause and realign. Meditation or mindfulness practices can help you refocus on your intentions and calm your mind. Trust that even when results are not visible, changes are happening beneath the surface. By staying aware of these pitfalls and actively working to overcome them, you can ensure that your efforts to manifest wealth remain strong and consistent, paving the way for your success. Before we talk about how these principles can transform your life, let's look at some real-life success stories that prove the power of visualization and the law of assumption. These individuals started with nothing but a vision, belief, and unwavering persistence, and they turned their dreams into reality. One such story is that of Jim Carrey, the world-famous actor and comedian. Long before he became famous, Carrey was struggling to make ends meet. He used visualization and the power of assumption to change his circumstances. Every night he would sit on a hill overlooking Los Angeles and visualize himself as a successful actor. He even wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered and dated it 5 years into the future. Remarkably, just before that date, he landed a role in Dumb and Dumber and was paid exactly $10 million. End quote. Another example is Oprah Winfrey, who often speaks about the importance of belief and visualization in her success. Coming from a background of poverty and hardship, she used these principles to envision herself as a successful talk show host and media mogul. Oprah consistently focused on the life she wanted, not the struggles she faced, and her persistence paid off, turning her into one of the most influential women in the world. Countless others have shared similar journeys, including ordinary individuals who used these techniques to achieve financial freedom. Take the story of a small business owner who was drowning in debt. They began practicing daily visualization, imagining their business thriving, their debts cleared, and their bank account growing. By combining this with actionable steps like networking and improving their services, they turned their business around in just a few years. The common thread in all these stories is belief and persistence. Each person held on to their vision, even when their current reality showed no signs of change. They refused to let doubt or impatience derail them. Instead, they trusted the process, consistently visualized their desired outcomes, and acted in alignment with their goals. These stories remind us that the principles of visualization and assumption are not just abstract ideas. They're tools that, when used consistently and with conviction, can reshape lives and create extraordinary results. To lead with will is to become a part of the universe. To wrap things up, we've explored the incredible power of visualization and the law of assumption to manifest wealth and transform your life. We began by understanding how these principles work, focusing on the synergy between creating mental images and assuming the reality of your desires. We delved into practical steps, such as setting clear intentions, daily visualization, affirmations, and practicing gratitude, to align your mind and emotions with abundance. We also addressed common pitfalls like doubt and impatience, and shared real-life success stories that highlight the magic of belief and persistence. Now, it's your turn to take these principles and apply them in your life. Start by defining your financial goals. Visualize them daily, and assume the feeling of already having achieved them. Remember, the key is consistency and faith in the process. Even if results take time, stay committed and trust that your reality is shifting in ways you cannot yet see. You have the power to create the life you desire. All it takes is a clear vision, a belief in your ability to succeed, and the persistence to keep moving forward. Visualize, assume, and manifest your wealth into reality. If you found this video inspiring, give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from this knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe to Limitless Mindset for more insights on unlocking the full potential of your mind. Together, let's create lives of abundance and fulfillment. Thank you for watching. Have you ever wondered how some people effortlessly manifest their desires while others struggle? The secret lies within the power of your subconscious mind. And today we're diving deep into how you can take control of it. Neville Goddard, a master of metaphysics, understood the incredible potential of the subconscious. His teachings emphasize that your subconscious mind is not just a passive observer, but an active force that shapes your reality. What you believe and imagine determines the life you experience. Imagine for a moment that you could access that power and use it to create the life you've always dreamed of. Sounds unbelievable. It's not. It's possible. In this video, we'll unlock the powerful methods Neville Goddard used to reprogram the subconscious. You'll discover how your thoughts, feelings, and imagination can shape your world. And most importantly, you'll learn practical steps to control your mind and manifest the life you desire. Stay with us until the end, because by the time you're done, you'll understand how to harness the hidden power within you. Welcome to Limitless Mindset. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and join our community on this journey of self-mastery. Before we talk about how to control the subconscious mind, it's crucial to understand what it really is and how it operates. The subconscious is always active. It's working tirelessly 24/7, absorbing and responding to your thoughts and beliefs. Whatever you focus on, whether consciously or unconsciously, it takes in and begins to shape your reality. Neville Goddard taught that the subconscious mind is like a mirror. It reflects your dominant beliefs and assumptions, no matter whether they are positive or negative. What you truly believe about yourself and the world is what gets reflected back into your life. If you believe you are capable and deserving of success, your subconscious will align with that belief and begin to create opportunities that match. Conversely, if you harbor doubts and negative beliefs, your subconscious will bring situations that reinforce those feelings. Neville's principle that imagination is the very gateway of reality speaks directly to the power of the subconscious. Your imagination is not just fantasy, it is the creative force that shapes your life. When you vividly imagine a scene, a feeling, or an experience, your subconscious doesn't differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts those mental images as real and starts to manifest them in your life. This is why Neville often stressed the importance of using imagination to bring about change in your circumstances. Books like The Power of Awareness and Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard elaborate on this process, showing you how to impress your desires upon the subconscious mind using imagination and emotional feeling. These are the tools that, when used consistently, reprogram the subconscious to align with your goals and dreams. As you begin to understand the role of your subconscious mind, it becomes clear to control it, you must first know how it works. By mastering your thoughts and emotions, you can start to shift the reality your subconscious creates for you. Before we talk about how to harness the power of the subconscious, it's essential to understand Neville Goddard's concept of the power of assumption. This idea is at the core of his teachings and is a powerful way to influence your subconscious mind. According to Neville, the key to manifesting your desires lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What does this mean? Essentially, you must act as though your desire has already come true. Imagine the goal you want to achieve, but don't just picture it in your mind. Feel the emotions as though it's already your reality. Whether it's the joy of receiving a job offer, the pride of achieving financial success, or the excitement of perfect health, these emotions are what make your subconscious believe in the reality of the situation. Neville Goddard often said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and it will harden into fact." The subconscious doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. So, when you immerse yourself in the feeling of having already accomplished your goal, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth. As a result, it starts working behind the scenes to align your actions, thoughts, and circumstances to bring that reality into being. For example, imagine that you've already achieved your dream job. Close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself in that position, how you feel, the pride in your work, the satisfaction of your achievements. Let yourself feel the excitement, the pride, and the gratitude as if it's already happening. In that moment, you are impressing your subconscious with the belief that this success is already yours. Books like The Power of Awareness and Feeling is the Secret provide detailed insights into this concept, offering practical guidance on how to use the power of assumption to shift your reality. By constantly assuming the feelings of your desires being fulfilled, you are reprogramming your subconscious to create the very life you want. Before we talk about how to effectively impress your subconscious mind, we need to understand the crucial role that feelings play in this process. According to Neville Goddard, feelings are the key to creating lasting change. It's not enough to simply think about your desires, you must charge those thoughts with emotion. As Neville taught, once a thought is accepted and charged with feeling, the creative power within proceeds to externalize it. This means that when you think about something, it's your feelings that give it power. Your subconscious mind responds to emotions far more strongly than it does to rational thought. Feelings are the magnetic force that attracts the circumstances, people, and events needed to manifest your desires. For example, if you're trying to manifest wealth, it's not enough to just think about money. You must feel abundant. You need to experience the emotions of having wealth right now, even if your current reality doesn't reflect that. Cultivating feelings of joy, gratitude, and contentment will send a clear message to your subconscious mind. It will begin to align with those emotions, and your outer world will start to mirror them. The subconscious doesn't question the source of your feelings. It simply works to bring whatever emotions you are experiencing into physical form. This is why Neville often emphasized the importance of cultivating positive, abundant feelings. When you immerse yourself in these feelings, you are aligning your subconscious with the reality you wish to create. Whether it's peace, love, or success, these emotions have the power to attract similar outcomes into your life. Neville's teachings, found in books like Feeling is the Secret and The Power of Awareness, explain how to use emotions to shift your mental state and, in turn, transform your life. By charging your thoughts with positive emotions, you empower your subconscious to begin working toward making those thoughts a reality. Before we talk about how to manifest your desires, it's essential to discuss the power of faith. Faith in the unseen is a core teaching of Neville Goddard. According to Neville, belief is not something that waits for external evidence to appear. It is the inner conviction that what you desire is already yours, even before it manifests physically. This belief is what shapes our reality and attracts the very things we want. Neville emphasized that faith is a key ingredient in the manifestation process. He believed that in order to bring your desires into reality, you must first believe in them without doubt. Even if you can't yet see the physical evidence of your desires, your faith must remain unwavering. It is this unwavering belief that sets the stage for your desires to materialize. One of Neville's most important pieces of advice is to remove words like if and maybe from your vocabulary. If creates uncertainty. It's a word that suggests doubt, a hesitation that undermines the very thing you want to achieve. When you say, if I get this job or if I have enough money, you are allowing uncertainty to take root in your mind. This uncertainty disrupts the alignment with your desire. Instead, Neville recommended speaking with certainty, knowing that your desire is already on its way. In his books, such as The Power of Awareness and Feeling is the Secret, Neville elaborates on the importance of believing in the unseen. He teaches that our external world is simply a reflection of what we truly believe on the inside. Faith in the unseen, then, is about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the outcome you desire, and knowing that it is already a reality in the spiritual realm. As you do this, you begin to shape your external world to match that inner belief. Before we talk about how to make lasting changes in your life, let's dive into the techniques Neville Goddard used to impress the subconscious mind. According to Neville, the subconscious is most receptive when it is in a relaxed, calm state, especially before falling asleep. This is when it's most suggestible and open to new programming. Neville often spoke about the importance of using visualizations, affirmations, and inner conversations to influence the subconscious. One of the most powerful methods he recommended was the state akin to sleep sats. This is a technique where you visualize your desires just before drifting off to sleep. In this relaxed, half-conscious state, your mind is in the perfect condition to accept new ideas, thoughts, and beliefs. To use sats effectively, start by vividly imagining a scene that represents the fulfillment of your desire. For instance, if you want to manifest a new job, imagine yourself in your new office, feeling the satisfaction of your success. Engage all your senses, picture the details of the scene, hear the sounds, and feel the emotions as though it's happening right now. This scene, combined with powerful feelings of gratitude and joy, deeply impresses the subconscious mind. Neville always stressed that the key to this process is not just the mental imagery, but the intense emotional experience that comes with it. Affirmations are another tool Neville emphasized. These are short, positive statements that reflect the reality you want to create. When you repeat affirmations with emotion and belief, you reinforce the subconscious mind's acceptance of these new truths. For example, saying "I am confident and successful," while truly feeling the power behind those words, will start to shift your beliefs. Books like The Power of Awareness and Feeling is the Secret offer deeper insights into these techniques. Through consistent practice, using these techniques before sleep or in quiet moments of reflection, you can reprogram your subconscious and align your life with your desires. Before we talk about how to create lasting change in your life, it's important to understand the immense power of imagination. Neville Goddard believed that imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming, it is the key to impressing the subconscious mind and creating the life you desire. According to Neville, your imagination is the gateway through which your desires are communicated to the subconscious, and it's through vivid mental imagery that we shape our reality. Imagination allows you to see your goals as already achieved. By vividly imagining your desires as if they've already been realized, you begin to imprint them on your subconscious mind. This mental rehearsal doesn't just change your thoughts, it changes your belief system. When you imagine something repeatedly, especially when combined with strong emotions, your subconscious mind accepts it as truth. This is how Neville's concept of the power of assumption works. You assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and impress it upon your subconscious. Your imagination forms the foundation upon which the subconscious will begin to build your new reality. Consistent visualization is key to creating lasting change. It's not enough to imagine something once or twice. The more you visualize your goal as already completed, the more deeply it is embedded in your subconscious mind. This repetitive process rewires your thought patterns and aligns your beliefs with your desires. Neville often advised using your imagination before sleep, when the mind is most suggestible. In this state, known as the state akin to sleep sats, your imagination is in its most powerful state, making it the perfect time to visualize your desired outcome. Books like The Power of Awareness and Feeling is the Secret elaborate on the importance of imagination in shaping reality. By consistently using this technique, you harness the power to transform your thoughts into tangible results, creating the life you've always wanted. Through imagination, you are not only influencing your subconscious, but actively creating your future. The power to transform your life lies within your subconscious mind. By learning to control it, you unlock a world of limitless possibilities. Whether it's through visualization, affirmations, or the power of assumption, the techniques shared today can help you reprogram your mind and align it with your deepest desires. Remember, your subconscious is always listening, always working to bring your dominant thoughts to life. So make sure those thoughts are aligned with the future you want to create. Start practicing these techniques daily. The more consistently you impress your subconscious with positive beliefs and emotions, the faster you will begin to see changes in your life. Your subconscious is your greatest ally, and when you master it, you master your life. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and share it with others who may benefit from this life-changing information. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Limitless Mindset, so you can continue to grow and unlock your true potential. Together we can reach new heights.
When life whispers in quiet moments or roars in the storms of uncertainty, there lies a profound truth waiting to be unveiled, a sign to prepare for big changes. These signs are never random, nor are they mere coincidences. They are divine indicators orchestrated by a higher power, urging you to awaken to a new reality that is forming within you and around you. Everything begins within. The restless feeling, the unease that creeps into the most comfortable corners of your life, is not an enemy but a messenger. It stirs you because you are being called to expand, to rise beyond the boundaries of what you once believed possible. This restlessness is a sign that the old is fading and the new is preparing to emerge. You may find yourself losing interest in things that once brought joy or fulfillment. The conversations, routines, or even relationships that once anchored you may begin to feel misaligned. Do not resist this transformation. The shedding of the old is essential for the emergence of the new. Trust that these changes are not losses, but the clearing of space for something greater to take root. Perhaps you feel drawn to explore paths that seem distant or impossible. This is not the product of random curiosity, it is the stirring of your soul guiding you toward your true destiny. What you desire deeply is not separate from you. It is the echo of your future self calling you to step forward, to claim what has always been yours. At times, the signs may come in the form of challenges. Life may appear to dismantle everything familiar. But remember, a seed must break apart before it can sprout, and the earth must be shaken for the treasure to be unearthed. These challenges are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you, preparing you for the magnitude of what is to come. Synchronicities will begin to weave themselves into your days. A conversation, a book, a chance encounter, all aligning to offer guidance and affirmation that you are on the brink of transformation. Pay attention, for these are divine nudges, gently leading you toward the path you are meant to walk. You may also notice an intensified pull towards stillness, reflection, or prayer. The quiet spaces you create allow the divine within you to speak, to whisper the wisdom that cannot be heard amidst the noise. Honor these moments, for they are where clarity blooms and the blueprint of your next steps is revealed. The most profound sign is a deep, unshakable knowing, a quiet yet powerful conviction that change is not only coming but is already unfolding. This knowing is the voice of faith, urging you to prepare, to align, and to embrace the unknown with confidence and grace. Trust it, for it is the voice of your highest self, already witnessing the reality that is waiting to manifest. Big changes are not something to fear but to welcome. They are the universe's way of ensuring you grow into the fullness of your potential. As you prepare, remember that everything you need is already within you. The strength, the wisdom, the courage, they have always been there, waiting for you to claim them. Embrace these signs, for they are sacred. They are the bridge between who you are and who you are meant to become. And as you step forward in faith, the path will unfold beneath your feet, leading you to the life that has been waiting for you all along. Restlessness is often misunderstood, labeled as discomfort or dissatisfaction, but its essence holds a profound and divine message. When you feel unsettled, unable to rest in the routines or comforts that once gave you peace, it is not a signal that something is wrong, but a whisper from the divine urging you to pay attention. Restlessness arises not to torment, but to awaken, to stir your soul from complacency and guide you toward a greater truth, one that you may not yet fully understand, but that is undeniably shaping itself in the unseen realms. This stirring often begins subtly, like a soft wind brushing against your spirit. You may find yourself questioning things you once took for granted, sensing that the life you've built no longer fits. The things you once clung to for stability now feel restrictive, as though they cannot contain the fullness of who you are becoming. This sense of unease, though uncomfortable, is sacred. It is a sign that you are being prepared for a shift, for a transformation that requires the breaking down of the old to make room for the new. The restlessness you feel is not random. It is deeply purposeful and intricately connected to the unfolding of your highest self. Your inner being knows when you are ready for expansion, even before your conscious mind does. It begins to push against the boundaries of your current reality, creating a sense of tension that cannot be ignored. This tension is the birthplace of growth, the divine energy that propels you toward the next chapter of your journey. Restlessness often manifests in various forms. You may feel a longing for something you cannot yet name, an undefined ache in your spirit that seems to pull you forward. This longing is not a void, it is an invitation. It is your soul's way of calling you to explore the depths of your desires and to recognize that they are not separate from you. The things you yearn for are not outside of your reach, they are reflections of what your soul knows is possible. The restlessness is simply the reminder that you are ready to step into a greater version of yourself. Sometimes this unease shows up as dissatisfaction with what once brought you joy. Activities, relationships, or even achievements that once felt fulfilling may now seem hollow or unaligned. This is not a sign of failure or ingratitude, but of evolution. As you grow, your needs, desires, and purpose shift, and restlessness becomes the signal that it is time to align your external world with your internal truth. It is the divine's way of nudging you out of your comfort zone, ensuring that you do not settle for less than what you are capable of becoming. In moments of restlessness, it is tempting to resist, to cling to the familiar for fear of what lies beyond. Yet resistance only prolongs the discomfort. Restlessness is not meant to be fought but embraced. It is a teacher offering lessons in faith, trust, and surrender. When you lean into the unease, you create space for clarity to emerge. You begin to see that the discomfort is not a punishment but a preparation, a necessary step in the journey toward transformation. The world around you may not always understand your restlessness. Others may urge you to be content, to appreciate what you have and remain where you are. But the calling within you cannot be silenced by external voices. It is a deeply personal and sacred dialogue between you and the divine. Trust that the restlessness you feel is not an error but a signpost, guiding you toward a life that is more aligned with your true essence. Restlessness often comes with moments of stillness and reflection. It is in these quiet spaces that the divine speaks most clearly, offering insights and revelations that can only be heard when you are willing to listen. Allow yourself the grace to pause, to sit with the discomfort, and to ask what it is trying to teach you. In the silence, you may find that the answers are already within you, waiting to be acknowledged and acted upon. There is a divine timing to restlessness. It does not arise when you are unprepared, but precisely when you are ready to take the next step. Even if you do not feel ready, trust that the unease is a signal that the time has come to move forward. The divine does not rush, nor does it delay. It operates with perfect precision, ensuring that you are always being guided at the right moment toward the right path. Restlessness is not a permanent state. It is a transition, a bridge between what was and what will be. As you honor the message it brings, you begin to see it not as something to fear, but as a gift. It awakens you to the possibilities that lie ahead, encouraging you to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to step boldly into the unknown. Through restlessness, you are reminded that growth is a constant journey, one that requires courage, faith, and a willingness to embrace the unfolding mystery of life. When you feel restless, know that it is not a sign of lack but of abundance. It is the divine's way of reminding you that there is more for you, that you are not meant to remain stagnant but to thrive. Restlessness is a sacred invitation to co-create with the divine, to step into your power and claim the life that has always been waiting for you. Trust the process and know that every moment of unease is leading you closer to the truth of who you are and the greatness you are destined to embody. The process of shedding the old to make space for the new is a profound and transformative journey, one that is often marked by discomfort and uncertainty. Yet it is in this very process that the seeds of growth are planted, nurtured, and prepared to bloom. Life is a continuous cycle of endings and beginnings, and within this rhythm lies the essence of evolution. To hold on to what no longer serves is to resist the divine flow, but to release it is to create space for the extraordinary. When life begins to change, it may feel as though you are losing pieces of yourself. Old routines, relationships, and even long-held beliefs may no longer feel aligned. This can be unsettling, for there is comfort in the familiar, even when it no longer fulfills us. Yet, the divine plan is never static. It is dynamic, always moving, always expanding. To cling to what is outdated is to resist this divine motion. The shedding of the old is not a loss, but a necessary step in your becoming. Letting go can often feel like a grieving process. The things, people, and circumstances you release may have once been integral to your identity. But just as the seasons shift and the trees release their leaves to prepare for new growth, so too must you trust the natural flow of your life. What you release is not being taken from you arbitrarily. It is being cleared to make room for something far greater, something that aligns with the person you are becoming. In the moment of release, it is natural to feel fear. The mind clings to what it knows, seeking safety and familiarity. But the soul knows that the familiar is not always where growth resides. To step into the new, you must first create space within yourself. This space is sacred, is the fertile ground where new dreams, opportunities, and relationships can take root. The process of shedding is not one of destruction, but of preparation, an essential part of manifesting a greater reality. As you release the old, you may encounter resistance, both within yourself and from the world around you. Friends or loved ones may question your choices, urging you to stay as you are. They may see your letting go as a rejection of the past rather than an embrace of the future. It is important to understand that their reactions often come from their own fear of change. This journey is yours alone, and your willingness to let go is an act of faith, a declaration that you trust in the divine plan unfolding in your life. The act of shedding is also an act of self-love. It is a recognition that you deserve more than what the old can offer. By releasing what no longer serves you, you are affirming your worth, acknowledging that you are not bound by your past, but are free to create your future. This is not an easy path, for it requires courage to face the unknown. But within this courage lies the power to transform, to step into a version of yourself that is closer to your true essence. In letting go, you may experience moments of emptiness. This emptiness is not a void to be feared, but a space to be cherished. It is in the emptiness that the new begins to take shape. Allow yourself to sit with this space, to feel its possibilities. Do not rush to fill it with distractions or the familiar. Trust that what is meant for you will come, and it will come at the right time, in the right way. The shedding of the old is not only about releasing external things, but also about letting go of internal patterns. Old fears, limiting beliefs, and self-doubt must also be released if you are to step into the fullness of your potential. These inner barriers may have served a purpose at one point, perhaps protecting you or keeping you safe. But as you grow, you no longer need the protection of the past. To hold on to these patterns is to limit yourself, to keep yourself small when you are meant to expand. Each time you release something, you are telling the universe that you are ready for more. This readiness is a powerful force. It signals your willingness to grow, to evolve, and to receive what the divine has in store for you. The act of letting go is not passive, it is an active declaration of faith, a statement that you trust the unseen and believe in the possibilities yet to come. As you move through this process, remember that letting go does not mean forgetting or dismissing the value of what once was. The old served its purpose, it brought you to where you are now. Honor it for the role it played in your journey, and then release it with gratitude. In doing so, you free yourself from the weight of the past, allowing yourself to rise into the light of the present and the promise of the future. This transformation is not always immediate. The space created by letting go may feel unsettling at first, as though you are standing on the edge of a vast unknown. But it is in this space that the new begins to form. Trust the process, even when you cannot yet see the results. Know that the divine is always working in your favor, preparing you for a reality that aligns with your highest good. Every time you release something that no longer serves you, you become lighter, freer, and more aligned with your true self. The shedding of the old is a divine gift, a sacred step in the journey of becoming. Embrace it, for within it lies the promise of transformation, the unfolding of a life that is richer, fuller, and more aligned with your deepest truth. Desires are not mere whims or fleeting thoughts, they are profound echoes of your future self calling you forward. They arise from the depths of your being, a quiet yet persistent reminder of the potential that already exists within you. When you experience a desire, it is not something external to you that needs to be chased or acquired. Instead, it is a reflection of what is already yours in a realm unseen, a sign that your future self is guiding you toward a reality where that desire is fulfilled. Desires are sacred. They are the language through which the divine communicates its intentions for your life. Each longing, each vision, each dream you hold is a seed planted within you by the Creator. This seed carries the blueprint for its own fulfillment. The very act of desiring something is proof that it exists for you, waiting to be realized. The key is not to doubt the desire, but to embrace it as evidence of your connection to the infinite possibilities of creation. Often people misinterpret their desires, seeing them as unattainable or as something they must struggle to achieve. This misunderstanding creates a gap between the desire and its fulfillment. But the truth is that your desires are not distant, they are as close to you as your breath. They are already present within you, waiting for your recognition and alignment. To desire something is to affirm its presence in your life. The more you focus on this truth, the more your reality will begin to reflect it. Desires are not random. They are specific to you, arising from your unique essence and purpose. What you long for is intricately connected to who you are meant to become. Your future self, already living in the fulfillment of your desires, sends these echoes back to you as guidance. They are not a trick or a distraction, but a divine roadmap. When you honor your desires, you are honoring the highest version of yourself. You are acknowledging that your life has meaning and that your dreams are a vital part of that meaning. To recognize your desires as echoes of your future self is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing them as something you must work for, you begin to understand them as a calling, a natural unfolding of what is already true. This shift removes the need for struggle and replaces it with a sense of trust and flow. The energy of wanting transforms into the energy of knowing. You no longer feel separate from your desires, but deeply connected to them. The path to realizing your desires lies in your ability to align with them. Alignment means living as though the fulfillment of your desire is already a fact. It requires you to think, feel, and act from the state of having, rather than the state of lack. This alignment is not about pretending or forcing, but about embodying the truth of your desire. When you align in this way, you become a magnet for the experiences and circumstances that match your inner state. Desires often come with emotions, joy, excitement, or even fear. These emotions are part of the process, indicators of the energy surrounding your desire. When you feel joy or excitement, it is a sign that you are in harmony with your future self. When fear arises, it is not a sign to retreat, but an invitation to grow. Fear often accompanies desires because they require you to step into the unknown. It is not a barrier, but a threshold, a sign that you are on the verge of expansion. As you move toward your desires, you may encounter challenges or delays. These are not signs that your desires are unattainable, but opportunities to deepen your faith and refine your alignment. Each obstacle is a lesson, a chance to release limiting beliefs and strengthen your connection to the truth of your being. The journey is as important as the destination because it shapes you into the person who is ready to receive what you desire. Desires also require you to cultivate a sense of worthiness. You must believe that you are deserving of what you long for. This belief is not about arrogance, but about recognizing your inherent value as a co-creator with the divine. When you see yourself as worthy, you open the door for your desires to manifest. Worthiness is not something you need to earn, it is something you must claim. It is a recognition of the divine essence within you and your right to live a life of joy and abundance. There is a timing to the fulfillment of desires, one that often transcends human understanding. You may want something immediately, but the divine operates with perfect precision. Trusting this timing is an act of surrender, an acknowledgement that your future self knows the way. When you release the need to control the outcome, you create space for the divine to work on your behalf. This trust allows you to remain in a state of peace, even as you wait for your desires to unfold. Desires are not just about acquiring things or achieving goals, they are about becoming. Each desire you hold is a catalyst for transformation, a spark that ignites your growth. The process of moving toward your desires changes you, shaping you into the person who can fully receive and appreciate their fulfillment. This transformation is the true gift of desire, for it brings you closer to your true self. When you honor your desires, you are not only honoring yourself, but also participating in the divine dance of creation. Your desires contribute to the expansion of the universe, adding to the beauty and richness of existence. By following the echoes of your future self, you are fulfilling your purpose, living in alignment with the divine plan, and experiencing the joy of co-creation. Your desires are not separate from you, they are you, calling you forward into the infinite possibilities of your becoming. The path to transformation often involves a period of uncertainty, where the familiar fades and clarity about what lies ahead is yet to emerge. This period is not one of chaos, but of divine preparation. It is a sacred time, a gestation of the new version of yourself that is coming into being. When the path becomes unclear, it is not a punishment or a failure, but a sign that you are being led into a greater alignment with your higher purpose. Uncertainty can feel unsettling. The human mind craves stability and understanding, often viewing the unknown as a threat. Yet it is in the unknown that the most profound growth occurs. When your path becomes unclear, it is because you are being asked to let go of control and surrender to the wisdom of the divine. This surrender is not an act of weakness, but a profound expression of trust, an acknowledgement that there is a higher intelligence guiding your journey. During these times, it is natural to question your direction, your decisions, and even your worth. Doubt may creep in, whispering that you have lost your way. But doubt is not your enemy, it is a signal that you are stepping beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone. It is a reminder that you are venturing into new territory, a place where your future self already exists. When the path becomes unclear, it is not because you have strayed, but because you are being invited to walk by faith rather than by sight. This period of uncertainty is like the pause before a symphony begins. It is a space where the divine rearranges the pieces of your life, aligning them to create a masterpiece that resonates with your highest good. From the outside, it may appear as though nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, there is a great unfolding, a quiet preparation for the next chapter of your journey. Trusting this unseen process is one of the most challenging yet rewarding acts of faith you can undertake. When the path becomes unclear, it is an opportunity to deepen your relationship with yourself and the divine. Without the distractions of certainty, you are invited to turn inward, to connect with the still, small voice that whispers guidance. This voice is always there, but it often goes unheard amidst the noise of daily life. Uncertainty quiets that noise, creating a space where you can truly listen. What you hear in this space may not always be logical or immediate, but it will always be true. In this liminal space, patience becomes your ally. The urge to force clarity, to rush into action for the sake of feeling productive, is strong. But true transformation cannot be rushed. Just as a seed must remain in the darkness of the soil before it can sprout, you too must allow time for your growth. Patience is not passive, it is an active state of trust, a commitment to the process of becoming without demanding immediate results. Uncertainty also reveals the strength of your faith. It is easy to trust when the path is clear and the destination is in sight. But true faith is forged in the darkness, in the moments when you must walk forward without knowing where your foot will land. This kind of faith is not blind optimism, but a deep, unwavering belief in the goodness of the divine and the perfection of your journey. It is a knowing that even when you cannot see the way is being made. This period may also bring to light the aspects of yourself that need to be released or transformed. When the path becomes unclear, old fears, doubts, and insecurities often rise to the surface. This is not a setback, but a gift, an opportunity to confront and heal these aspects of yourself. What you release in this time makes space for the new to enter. It is not always an easy process, but it is a necessary one. The path to clarity often requires you to let go of what no longer aligns with your highest self. When you embrace the uncertainty, you open yourself to the magic of possibilities. The human tendency is to want to know every step, to plan and predict the future. But the divine works in ways that often surpass understanding. By releasing the need to know, you allow the universe to surprise you, to bring into your life experiences and opportunities that you could not have imagined. Uncertainty is not the absence of direction, but the presence of infinite potential. The lack of clarity can also serve as a reminder that the journey is not solely about the destination. It is in the wandering, the questioning, and the exploring that you discover the depths of your soul. Each step, even the hesitant ones, is a part of your unfolding. The beauty of life is not found in always knowing, but in the courage to move forward despite not knowing. It is in these moments that you grow, evolve, and become. As the path becomes clearer, you will look back on this time of uncertainty with gratitude. You will see how it shaped you, how it prepared you for the next phase of your journey. The lessons you learned during this time will stay with you, serving as a foundation for future growth. You will understand that the lack of clarity was never a void, but a space filled with divine intention, a sacred pause before the next great movement in your life. Uncertainty is a teacher, a guide, and a gift. It strips away the illusions of control and invites you to trust in something greater than yourself. It reminds you that life is not a puzzle to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. When the path becomes unclear, it is not a sign of failure but of transformation. It is an invitation to step into the unknown with faith, to trust that even in the darkness, the light of your destiny is guiding you. Emotions are the subtle yet powerful indicators of alignment with your future self and the manifestations you seek. They are not random fluctuations of energy, but deeply connected signals guiding you toward or away from the state of your fulfilled desires. To understand emotions as spiritual tools is to unlock a profound source of guidance that transcends logic or circumstance. Every emotion you feel is a reflection of your inner state and how closely it aligns with the reality you desire. Joy, excitement, peace, and gratitude are indicators that you are in harmony with the version of yourself that already possesses what you seek. These emotions arise not because the external world has changed, but because your internal state resonates with the truth of your manifestation. They are whispers from your future self, affirming that you are on the right path. On the other hand, emotions such as fear, doubt, anger, or frustration are not to be suppressed or feared. They, too, are part of the guidance system, pointing out where resistance exists or where beliefs are misaligned with your desired reality. These emotions are not punishments or barriers, they are opportunities for introspection and growth. They reveal the areas where healing is needed, where old patterns or limiting beliefs are holding you back from fully embodying your future self. When you feel strong emotions, it is crucial to pause and ask what they are revealing to you. If the emotion is uplifting, lean into it, savor it, and let it expand within you. This not only strengthens your alignment, but also reinforces your connection to the desired state. If the emotion is challenging, resist the urge to fight it or push it away. Instead, approach it with curiosity and compassion. What is it trying to teach you? What belief or thought has triggered it? And how can you shift that perspective? Emotions are not fixed, they are fluid and ever-changing. This fluidity is what makes them such powerful tools for alignment. By consciously choosing to shift your emotional state, you can change your point of attraction and draw closer to your desires. This does not mean ignoring difficult emotions or pretending to be happy when you are not. It means acknowledging where you are emotionally, then gently guiding yourself toward a state that feels better and more aligned. Visualization is one of the most effective ways to use emotions as a tool for alignment. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine the fulfillment of your desire, your mind does not distinguish between the imagined and the real. It begins to produce the emotions associated with that fulfillment. As you feel the joy, gratitude, or excitement of your imagined reality, you align yourself energetically with that state. These emotions are not a byproduct of the external world, but a creative force that shapes your reality. Gratitude is a particularly potent emotional state for alignment. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your attention away from lack and toward abundance. Gratitude is an acknowledgement of what is good and true in your life, and it has the power to transform your perspective instantly. It is a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more of what you appreciate. By cultivating a daily practice of gratitude, you create a foundation of emotional alignment that supports your manifestations. Fear and doubt, though often perceived as negative, hold valuable lessons when approached with an open heart. These emotions typically arise when you are on the verge of stepping into a new version of yourself. They are the echoes of old beliefs and patterns resisting change. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, use it as a signal that you are growing. Fear is not an enemy, it is a companion on the journey of transformation. It challenges you to reaffirm your commitment to your desires and to trust the process. One of the most transformative practices is learning to observe your emotions without judgment. Emotions are neither good nor bad, they simply are. They are indicators, not dictators. When you can sit with your emotions, observe them, and allow them to flow without attaching to them, you reclaim your power. You begin to see emotions as temporary states rather than permanent conditions. This detachment allows you to consciously choose the emotions that align with your highest self. Your emotional state influences not only your inner world but also your outer reality. The energy you emit through your emotions creates ripples in the field of possibilities, drawing to you experiences that match your vibration. This is why it is said that you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. By aligning your emotions with the state of already having what you desire, you collapse the gap between your current reality and your desired reality. To use emotions as spiritual tools requires awareness and practice. It is not about perfection, but about progress. Begin by paying attention to how you feel throughout the day. Notice the thoughts that precede your emotions and the actions that follow. When you catch yourself in a state of misalignment, gently redirect your focus. This could be through affirmations, visualization, meditation, or simply taking a moment to breathe and reset. Compassion for yourself is essential in this process. There will be days when alignment feels effortless and others when it seems elusive. This is the nature of growth. Be patient with yourself, knowing that every emotion, every experience is part of the journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and trust that you are always moving closer to your desires. Emotions are the language of the soul. They are how your higher self communicates with you, guiding you toward your highest potential. When you embrace them as tools for alignment, you step into your power as a conscious creator. You begin to see emotions not as obstacles but as allies, each one offering a unique opportunity for growth and connection. By mastering your emotional state, you master your reality, aligning with the infinite possibilities that are already within you. Resistance is an inherent part of growth and transformation, often arising when you are on the brink of a significant shift in your life. It manifests as doubt, fear, procrastination, or even physical discomfort, and while it may seem like an obstacle, it is in fact a sign that you are stepping beyond your current limitations. To embrace resistance is to understand it as a necessary part of the process, an indication that you are moving towards something greater. At its core, resistance is the mind's way of maintaining the status quo. The mind, ever protective, perceives change as a threat. Even when the change is for your highest good, it clings to the familiar, to patterns and habits that feel safe, even if they no longer serve you. This is why resistance often intensifies when you are closest to a breakthrough. It is a signal that you are venturing into uncharted territory, a place where the old ways of being cannot follow. Recognizing resistance for what it is, a protective mechanism, allows you to approach it with compassion rather than frustration. Resistance is not your enemy, it is a teacher. It shows you where your fears and doubts lie, where you may still be holding on to limiting beliefs. When you face resistance, instead of pushing against it, ask yourself what it is trying to reveal. What part of you feels unsafe or unworthy of the change you are seeking? What stories are you telling yourself that perpetuate this resistance? Resistance often arises in the form of self-doubt. You may question your abilities, your worthiness, or even the validity of your desires. These doubts are not indicators of failure but of growth. They surface because you are challenging the beliefs that have defined your identity up until now. Doubt is a sign that you are expanding, that you are stepping into a version of yourself that your current mindset cannot yet fully comprehend. Instead of fearing doubt, embrace it as a sign that you are on the right path. Procrastination is another common expression of resistance. It may disguise itself as perfectionism, the need for more information, or a sudden focus on unrelated tasks. While it can be frustrating, procrastination is not laziness, it is fear in action. Fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of change can all manifest as an inability to move forward. By identifying the underlying fear, you can address the root cause of the procrastination and begin to take aligned action. Physical discomfort can also signal resistance. You may feel tension, fatigue, or even illness when you are on the verge of a breakthrough. The body and mind are deeply interconnected, and resistance often manifests in the body as a way to capture your attention. Instead of ignoring or suppressing these sensations, listen to what your body is telling you. What needs to be released? What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Physical resistance is an invitation to align your body with your intentions, to treat it as a partner in your transformation. One of the most effective ways to navigate resistance is to lean into it rather than resist it. This may seem counterintuitive, but resistance only grows stronger when you fight against it. By leaning into resistance, you acknowledge its presence and allow it to move through you. This could mean journaling about your fears, meditating on your doubts, or even speaking them aloud. Once you bring resistance into the light, it begins to lose its power. Patience and persistence are essential when dealing with resistance. It is not a one-time hurdle, but a recurring companion on the journey of growth. Each new level of expansion brings its own form of resistance, tailored to the challenges of that stage. Instead of viewing resistance as a setback, see it as a sign of progress. The very presence of resistance means you are growing, evolving, and stepping into a new version of yourself. Faith is another powerful tool for overcoming resistance. Faith in your vision, faith in the process, and faith in yourself can carry you through moments of doubt and fear. Resistance thrives on uncertainty, on the gaps in your belief system. By anchoring yourself in faith, you create a solid foundation that resistance cannot easily shake. Faith does not eliminate resistance, but it gives you the strength to move through it with grace. Taking small, consistent actions can also help to dissolve resistance. When the path ahead feels overwhelming, break it down into manageable steps. Each small action builds momentum, creating a sense of accomplishment that weakens resistance. Even the smallest step forward is a victory, a declaration that you are committed to your growth. Over time, these small actions accumulate, creating a powerful shift in your reality. Self-compassion is perhaps the most important tool for navigating resistance. Growth is not a linear process, it is a journey filled with peaks and valleys. There will be days when resistance feels insurmountable, when doubts and fears seem to overshadow your vision. On these days, be gentle with yourself. Acknowledge the effort you are making, even if progress feels slow. Celebrate your courage in facing resistance, for it is a testament to your commitment to your transformation. As you learn to embrace resistance, you begin to see it not as a barrier, but as a guide. It points you toward the areas of your life that need attention, healing, and transformation. It challenges you to grow, to step into your power, and to align with your highest self. Resistance is not the end of the road, it is a sign that you are exactly where you need to be. Resistance is a universal experience, one that touches every aspect of life, especially when we are on the verge of something transformative. The journey to personal growth, expansion, or achieving a dream is never linear. It is instead a series of challenges, internal conflicts, and emotional confrontations, all of which bring resistance to the surface. But instead of viewing it as something that hinders our progress, we must learn to view resistance as an essential part of the process, a natural response to change and growth. It is in these moments of resistance that we are truly tested, not only by external forces, but by our own inner beliefs, fears, and doubts. When resistance arises, it often feels like an obstacle, something that stands between where we are and where we want to be. We may feel stuck, frustrated, and uncertain, questioning whether the path we are on is truly the right one. The key, however, is understanding that this resistance is not a sign of failure, but a sign of expansion. It is a reminder that we are challenging the status quo, that we are stepping outside of our comfort zones and into unknown territory. Every time we try to shift or expand, resistance is there to greet us, urging us to stay where we are, to keep things the same, and to avoid the discomfort of change. It may show up in subtle forms, such as procrastination, fear of the unknown, or self-doubt. At other times, it may be more overt, manifesting as external challenges that seem to block our path. But regardless of its form, resistance serves a vital purpose. It reveals where our limiting beliefs still hold sway and where we still have work to do in transforming our mindset. Resistance is particularly powerful when we are on the verge of a breakthrough. It is in these moments, when we feel the most vulnerable and unsure, that we are actually closest to the manifestation of our desires. Think of resistance as the final test before a major shift. It's like the storm that passes just before the rainbow appears. The resistance is the pressure that forces us to let go of the old, outgrown parts of ourselves, so we can emerge into the new. One of the primary reasons we resist change is fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown, and fear of rejection are all forms of resistance that block our progress. These fears are often deeply ingrained, born from past experiences, societal conditioning, or self-imposed limitations. But fear is not the enemy. Fear is merely an emotion that arises when we step into uncharted territory. It is an expression of our human desire for security and certainty. However, this security is illusory. True growth happens when we move beyond the safety of the familiar, when we venture into the unknown and embrace the uncertainty that comes with it. As we face resistance, it is essential to recognize that the fear or doubt we feel is not an accurate reflection of our abilities or potential. These emotions arise because the mind is wired to protect us from perceived threats, and change, by its very nature, is perceived as a threat to our current reality. But the truth is, we are never given a challenge that is too great for us. The resistance we feel is simply a reflection of the gap between who we are now and who we are becoming. It is a natural part of the process of evolution, and it is through navigating this resistance that we grow and transform. Instead of fighting resistance, we must learn to lean into it. Leaning into resistance does not mean passively accepting defeat, rather. It means acknowledging the resistance, understanding its source, and moving forward despite it. This approach allows us to approach resistance with curiosity and compassion rather than with fear and judgment. When we resist resistance, we only intensify it. But when we accept it, we can transform it into a force for growth. One of the most effective ways to lean into resistance is by using it as an opportunity for self-reflection. When you encounter resistance, pause and ask yourself what it is trying to teach you. What beliefs or thoughts are triggering this resistance? Is there an old fear or trauma that needs healing? Are you doubting your abilities or questioning your worthiness? These questions invite introspection and provide valuable insights into the deeper layers of resistance that may be at play. Another critical aspect of navigating resistance is cultivating patience. Personal transformation is not something that happens overnight. It is a gradual, ongoing process. Resistance will not disappear instantly, nor should it. The more we try to rush through resistance, the more resistance we will encounter. Instead, we must develop the patience to allow the process to unfold naturally. It may take time to move through our fears and doubts, and that's okay. The journey is just as important as the destination. During these moments of resistance, it is crucial to remember that you are not alone. Every person who has ever achieved anything worthwhile has had to face resistance. It is part of the human experience. What differentiates those who succeed from those who give up is not the absence of resistance, but the willingness to persist in spite of it. Those who succeed do not let resistance define them. Instead, they see it as a sign that they are on the right path, that they are challenging themselves and expanding into new realms of possibility. Another important aspect of resistance is recognizing that it often arises when we are on the verge of a major shift in our lives. When we are about to step into a higher version of ourselves, resistance may manifest as a way of holding us back. It is a form of self-protection, a way of keeping us from leaving behind old beliefs, habits, and identities that no longer serve us. But in order to manifest our desires and create the life we want, we must be willing to let go of the past and embrace the unknown. The key to moving through resistance is taking small, consistent actions. When faced with overwhelming resistance, it can feel like the best course of action is to do nothing, to freeze or retreat. But this only prolongs the discomfort and the resistance itself. Instead, take one small step forward. Do one thing each day that brings you closer to your goal. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that you are moving forward, even if only by an inch. Each small step builds momentum, and over time you will find that the resistance becomes less and less overwhelming. As you move through resistance, it is essential to stay connected to your vision. Your vision is the guiding light that keeps you focused and aligned with your goals. When resistance arises, it can be easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. But it is precisely in these moments that you must return to your vision and remind yourself of your purpose. Your vision serves as a powerful anchor that keeps you grounded and focused, even in the midst of uncertainty. It is also important to remember that resistance is not a permanent state. Just as the tide ebbs and flows, resistance too will eventually pass. Each time you face and move through resistance, you become stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with your higher self. Resistance may always be a part of the journey, but with each breakthrough, it becomes less intimidating. Eventually, you will learn to recognize resistance for what it is: a sign of growth, a sign that you are stepping into a higher version of yourself. In the end, resistance is not something to fear or avoid. It is a natural and necessary part of the journey to personal transformation. By learning to navigate resistance with patience, self-compassion, and persistence, we can move through it with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. Each time we face resistance and move through it, we are that much closer to manifesting our dreams and living the life we desire. Resistance, when viewed as a sign of growth, becomes a powerful ally on a path to transformation. In time, you will come to welcome resistance as a companion on your journey. It will no longer feel like an obstacle, but a natural part of the process, a reminder that you are moving in the direction of your dreams. Each time you face resistance and move through it, you become stronger, more aligned, and more capable of creating the life you desire. Resistance is not the enemy, it is the catalyst for your transformation. Resistance, though often perceived as a barrier, is a profound indicator of growth and transformation. It signals that you are stepping into new territory, challenging old patterns, and moving closer to your desired reality. By embracing resistance with awareness, patience, and compassion, you shift its energy from opposition to opportunity. Each moment of resistance is an invitation to deepen your faith, expand your self-belief, and take aligned action toward your dreams. When you lean into resistance, you reclaim your power, transforming what once felt like an obstacle into a stepping stone toward the life you are destined to create.